Hello and welcome to Othering Podcast After Dark.
Woo.
I am one of your hosts, Mike.
I am your other one. Dory, Dee, Georgie, whatever.
Yes, and we're back. Sorry we missed last week. It's
Yeah.
been a little busy.
Ooh, yeah, very busy.
Very busy.
I mean, we've got interviews up the wazoo coming. We're booked out until October
Which
now.
amazes me.
Yeah.
I mean, just the level of interest people have in our podcast. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's flattering and just awesome. Makes us feel great. We love it.
Yeah,
And we can't wait to talk to all of you.
Yeah, and we would love to talk to some of you again, or all of you again, if you're willing. And it would just be really awesome to, get some updates, see where you are, what you're, going on right now, any new information, things like that.
And we do apologize that a lot of the episodes come out months after the recording. It's just we have so many people lined up and we got to put them out in order. And so your recording may not come out for a couple months. And we know that sucks, but that's what we have to do.
Well, it's not really what we have to do, but that's what we're going to do. So,
It is what we have to do based on the way we scheduled everyone.
Yes. And thank you again for, the outpouring of support and, just wanting to do this. We're humbled immensely. Thank you. Also, I wanted to, say thank you because this is kind of a dream to be able to help people and, get your voices out there so that you can help change the narrative here in America or even abroad.
And I feel like we're learning a whole lot while we do this, too.
Yes.
Not only about the different disabilities, but just about how to
be a better ally and
understand
member.
How to talk to, understand, and, be a better ally to the communities. Disability community and LGBTQ.
And member. Be a better member, too.
Yeah.
Because I'm both.
Did I imply you were not?
No, I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm a member.
A lot of people, yeah. You're one of many.
Yes, I am one of many, but I'm just saying in general that it's not just to be a better ally, it's also to be a better member of the group and, kind of help us come together.
Mm-hmm.
So today we're going to talk about 2 episodes that we had. Last week we spoke to MIchele.
Yes.
And this week,
Ehlers-Danlos.
Yes, she has Ehlers-Danlos, and we also talked to Kaley, who has junior or juvenile idiopathic arthritis.
That's the same as rheumatoid.
Yeah, it's rheumatoid arthritis, but starting as children as opposed to being an adult onset.
Because I'm pretty sure they called it rheumatoid. Idiopathic or whatever you said.
Idiopathic means that there's no actual foundation, not germ, no actual reason as to why it started is what idiopathic means. It could be genetic, it may not be genetic. They don't know how it started or why it started. It just decided to start.
So wait, before we get into this, let's go in order. Let's start with Michele's episode.
Well, yeah, we're going to start with MIchele.
MIchele has
Ehlers-Danlos.
hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos.
Which is one of the more common ones. Ehlers-Danlos tends to be zebra disease in general because it is a rare one, but hypermobile is actually pretty common. So it's kind of like, it's still a zebra disease because, again, a lot of doctors don't always think to connect the dots with the velvety skin, the blue sclera, and, translucent skin, various other things, like a slew of
It amazes me how many comorbidities Ehlers-Danlos has.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's like all the people that have so many problems, chronic illnesses, it always seems to come back to Ehlers-Danlos causes it.
Yeah,
but I guess that's because that's the glue of your body holding you together. So.
It is. And, recent studies have shown that it may not necessarily be Ehlers-Danlos as the cause. It could be like something else is going on, and then that causes Ehlers-Danlos, and then Ehlers-Danlos causes those other things. So it's kind of like a chain reaction. So, hopefully there's more research out there that comes up and kind of pinpoints better where things are, what's going on with that, because so many things are linked to that. I mean, flat feet, skeletal problems, clumsiness.
Everything.
Well, the kitchen sink isn't.
There's a lot.
Close to it, but it's not the kitchen sink. And we've made a lot of friends, like our friend Michelle's, her and her daughters are both diagnosed. Her older daughter is diagnosed with hypermobile as well, and her younger daughter is diagnosed with just hypermobile syndrome. Not necessarily Ehlers-Danlos yet. There is a criteria, and it's kind of a strict criteria, even though, you're only, her daughter she said was only like 1 point off. Yeah. But it's, it's an important distinction because sometimes treatment can vary depending upon which type you have. Our friend Gigi also has Ehlers-Danlos.
See episode 2.
Yes. And she's got a lot of comorbidities because of it. There's somebody that we're going to be talking to in the future that has an ostomy bag because of it. So, actually quite a few people I think we're talking
Gigi
to.
Does.
Yeah. Well, not just Gigi, but I mean our future guests have ostomy bags because of Ehlers-Danlos. So, it's a serious disease that I think needs more research more, into it to see, why so many things are going wrong in the body, how to fix that. Just Ehlers-Danlos is kind of awful.
Yeah. And knowing her kids has it was something that kind of stuck with me, and just thinking about that, having kids and the struggles and what that's going to entail for them, that's just...
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of sad.
It is. Well, not sad, but heartbreaking.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Because just, you already know what struggles you have. And to think that your children are going to have it, too, is just, it's heartbreaking. But unfortunately, because we haven't fully mapped our DNA, RNA, and all that stuff yet, we don't know. And until also doctors and nurses and people in healthcare need to connect the dots better. Sometimes it really is just, some sort of arthritis, or it's just endometriosis. Not that those are, diseases to sneeze at. No. They're awful diseases as well. But, sometimes you kind of have to look at the issue, and sometimes you need to know when to look beyond the issue. Because if there's just a whole slew of things and, the people keep coming back saying, I'm still not feeling better, look deeper. And, that also probably has to do with insurance companies saying, well, yeah, I know better than you as the doctor who sees the patient.
Yeah, you don't need that test. They don't need that test.
Yeah, because they're cheapskate motherfuckers. And just, it seems like their whole job now is to just make sure that people are unalived so they don't have to pay.
Seems like it.
I hope that with the knowledge, though, that Michelle has for her and her daughters, it helps them navigate the system better and, get the help that they need. And, I hope that for Gigi and the others that are still struggling to get the diagnostic tests, the genetic testing, specifically, to diagnose it, I hope that they are able to get that, because it just seems silly that they won't cover it.
Yep.
Because, regardless of whether or not you have Ehlers-Danlos or you don't, wouldn't it be cheaper to know and then be able to maybe, mitigate a lot of the surgeries and such that you're going to end up paying for beforehand? Maybe even stop some of it.
Can they? Mitigate or stop it?
It's hard to say, because they, doctors and insurance make you wait 20 years before you finally get a diagnosis of anything. So maybe if they diagnosed it sooner, it could possibly save millions of dollars per patient.
from the way it sounds, like the way Gigi was talking, it's like the doctors all know it and they've already pretty much determined it, just didn't get the genetic testing back. So knowing it as they do, couldn't they mitigate some of that there? I mean, I'm sure there are some tests insurance would deny, and maybe this is something we should have talked to Gigi about.
Yeah, well,
or Michelle or whoever. But I would think that there's a lot of stuff they can do knowing it, even though they don't necessarily have the genetic test to prove it.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff they can do now, but the problem is just because they took so long to put the dots together, that by the time a lot of people, like, Michelle's in her 50s.
To connect the dots. You don't put dots together.
You connect the dots. That's putting them together.
Yeah.
You can stack them. But it took them so long, like I was saying, Michelle's in her 50s. Gigi's in her 20s. 30s? 30s? I don't know. She's young.
Doesn't matter. Yeah. She's a young one.
Yes. And you say that like we're in our 90s.
Feels like it.
Sometimes, yes. But it still took so long before they said, hey, maybe this is connected.
So let's talk about parenting. Since you kind of brought that up, and Michelle's daughter having Ehlers-Danlos and being diagnosed with that. I mean, as a parent, I would say it's our job to advocate for our kids in both medical field and society, just in general. It's definitely our job to advocate and protect our children at all costs.
Right.
So when your insurance isn't cooperating with you, but the doctors know and you advocate for them, I don't really know what question I'm getting at here, but it's just, it's scary to think about, or sad, I don't know what the word is, scary to think about what their future could hold, and you want to make sure that they're perfect and they're safe, and you want to do whatever you can.
Right.
And it seems like it's so hard because the medical field or whoever, society, makes it so much harder than it needs to be.
Well, I mean, yeah, part of it is society has these strict rules of you have to be able-bodied and you have to look a certain way. You've got to be fit and skinny and, tall and blonde, whatever rules they decide on. And if you don't fit that, you're no good. And so, being disabled of any sort, they're not going to really want to label you with that, because to a lot of society, it's ew, yuck, get that away from me. Even though, I've said this a million times and I'm going to say it a million times more. If the government decides that you're crazy or disabled, they can just whip out some paperwork and say you're crazy. And, lock you away and say you're disabled. Give you a lobotomy. They did it in the 70s. So I don't see why they can't do it now. Not saying they should, but you don't know what your government's going to do. And then you're always one sneeze, one trip, one car crash, plane crash, whatever, away from disfigurement, disablement, and things like that. So it's the largest minority group in the world. And you can join us at any moment. Whether or not, it's true or not, doesn't matter. Once you're labeled that, you're a part of the group, right, pretty much. And, government will just see you as a throwaway. And
as a parent, to think that could happen to your child is a little terrifying.
It is. It's horribly terrifying. It's terrifying enough that as an adult, even if you don't have kids, that at any given moment, you're going to be in that group because of us living longer. Well, at least for now. If JFK Jr. has his way, we might not be living much longer. Cause
RFK Jr.
Oh, yeah, RFK Jr. JFK Jr.'s dead. Sorry. But, yes, if RFK Jr. has his way, we'll not be living as long as we currently do. But it's terrifying either way. Yep. And, what are we leaving our kids with? I mean, and they're cutting a lot of services. And research into HIV and into women's studies and things like that. So, what's there then? Because currently, before 1993 area, it was all based off of white men, able-bodied men. Everything in medicine was based off of a white, fit, able-bodied man.
So since they're getting rid of all this, go get your kids checked now.
Yeah, basically. And so, there's a lot of things that, because of it being based off of a white, able-bodied man, young able-bodied man, I should add, what did they miss? What have they missed because of that? And now they're gonna, they're throwing it away. Stupidly.
Let's move on to
Kaley. So with Kaley, they have junior or juvenile idiopathic rheumatoid arthritis.
And they are...
I believe they currently are in remission.
They're doing well. I don't know if they're in remission, but yeah, they're doing well. And they were a lesbian?
Yes.
Yeah. LGBTQ lesbian.
Yes, they are. Yep, they spanned both groups like I do. And they have their own business, and she is quite successful with it. And she wants to help other disabled people with starting businesses so that it's based off of their abilities, not on, able-bodied abilities.
And the business, like she said, is heavily dependent on not having to go out and commute to work or walk around and stuff like that. If you have troubles with that, or you have trigger days, it really, really helps to be able to just kind of stay home in bed and do what you need to do.
Yeah, and I don't understand why businesses don't do that. There have been studies from the 1800s that have shown that I don't know if it was all the way back in the 1800s, but definitely there have been studies. I can't remember when they were. And around the industrial age, and I believe around World War II, definitely around World War II, where they discovered that disabled people worked way better, more efficiently, and better attention to detail.
But there was a point where they couldn't work from home. They
Yes,
didn't have laptops until
that's
our lifetime.
Well, yeah, of course, I understand that, but imagine if they had that flexibility. If they are already performing, beyond what quote unquote normal able-bodied people can do. Imagine what they can do if they could work from home.
Yeah.
And have those days where sometimes they come in when they're feeling great and sometimes they stay home.
But imagine how bad it would be if COVID never hit. COVID's the only reason all these companies went to do work from home, or were willing to do work from home. Pretty much.
Because, capitalism.
So without COVID, I don't think 85% of these people would be able to work from home even now.
Well, no, they probably wouldn't.
And they're starting to go back to not from home anymore.
Which, again, is stupid. It is incredibly stupid and short-sighted once again on American businesses. I don't get the short-sightedness. It's just, you don't want more money. You don't want long-lasting companies. It just seems kind of ridiculous. I mean,
Agreed.
I could tell you everything you're doing wrong, but I'm not. But definitely stopping people from working from home is a huge mistake, like a giant mistake. And I get, okay, you might want to have a little bit of people time so that people can at least know who they're working with. And I agree that you should come in sometimes here and there. But to just say, well, it's all or nothing is ridiculous.
I don't think being in an office makes a difference unless it's one of those things where you work in a warehouse.
Well,
so
yeah.
You can't do it. But
you can't pick.
For a computer job, I don't see what's so important about being in the office for the majority of them.
I don't see it either. Even beyond computer work and such, unless it's operation, even they can do it remotely with robots.
Well,
in some instances.
if there's robots, then the people are probably going to be out of work.
Well, no, you got to have people that can work the robots.
AI and robots is taking over the world, and we're
Terminator
all going to be
2.
unemployed. Yeah. We're all going to be unemployed.
Yep.
Except for like the billionaires that run the AI.
Yeah, but even they will get eaten up because capitalism eats everybody. Literally, it eats everybody. We've seen it happen in history. Remember what happened to, certain people? Bolshevik Revolution, anyone? Bastille? So you can be on top in one moment and the bottom of the next. You never know.
That's what she said.
That is true. Back to Kaley, though. Just if you're interested in finding a way to, work from home and work on your own schedule and not somebody else's schedule, hit her up. Talk to her.
And listen to our episode.
Yes, listen to our episode. Definitely. And also, I wanted to kind of talk about something that they mentioned in that episode where she says, you shouldn't make it your whole personality.
Being gay.
Being gay. Yes, I was getting there, damn it.
You had a period there. It was a solid period. I had to finish your sentence.
Anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted, though, I kind of get where they're saying, but at the same time, I politely want to push back on that. No offense, but I think you kind of should make it a part of you. Make it your personality if that's what you want to do. If that's not what you want to do, that's fine too. Yeah.
Just be yourself.
Yeah, we get so many times people, whether or not it's, outside of the group or even within the group, sometimes you get so many, well, don't do that or don't do this. And as long as it's not hurting anybody, go for it, if that's what makes you happy. Yeah. And we have such, part of what's going on right now is to keep us unhappy and make us not want to do anything and sit at home and mope and say, I can't do anything. And that's not true. And if it means having the coming out party or, going fabulous or anything like that, do it.
But if you don't want to, don't do it.
Well, yeah.
And I think that's kind of what she was going for, is she didn't feel like the big coming out party was necessary and making it all her personality was necessary. But yeah, I agree. If that's who you want to be, then be that. Don't let society stop you because they say it's wrong. No.
Yeah, especially now.
Be yourself. Be free.
Especially right now. Because, like I was saying, our current regime wants to make it so that it's so overwhelming that we're depressed and unhappy and we can't fight back.
Mm-hmm.
Fight back by being happy. And if that means making it your personality again, do it. Be happy. And I'll celebrate, you if you want to give us a shout out and say, hey, can you give us back a shout out for, I'm coming out or whatever. You know what I mean?
Nope, not a clue. But if you want to come out, we'll happily
come out.
I'll happily provide the platform for you.
Yes, that's what I was trying to say.
We'll even pop some champagne or something if you want it.
Not expensive champagne though. We are on a budget.
I can just use a sound effect. They're not here.
Oh yeah, that works too. I didn't think about that.
Pop.
That's not. No, don't use that sound effect. That was awful. Can you imagine? Yay, you're coming out. Pop. But I just wanted to kind of address that because I don't want you all coming at her and I don't want you coming at us for, whatever they say.
It's not even that. It's just be yourself. Don't
limit yourself just because somebody says you should.
Yeah. Not saying that she said that, just in general, that society says that. Be yourself, be free, let your gayness fly.
Yep.
Or whatever letter of the LGBTQ plus you are.
Exactly. As long as it's, within laws.
Like, yeah.
You can't let certain things fly.
Yeah.
Some people might want to see that, and that would be awesome. But we do have laws against some of that. Indecent exposure.
Not sure it would be awesome with everyone, but yeah.
Yeah, some people, please.
We understand.
Yes.
So what do we have coming up?
We have some lovely guests coming up. Who are they, Bob?
I don't think we want to give that away.
No, definitely not. We're not going to tell you. We're going
I
to keep
can
it a
tell
secret.
you one of them has an issue with their vision. Which is something we haven't gotten into yet on any
which
episode.
is really awesome. They are amazing. They wrote a book, and they are like the sweetest person ever.
Of course.
Well,
They
yeah,
all
everybody are. Everybody are?
Everybody are.
Let me rephrase that. Everybody is that we've gotten to talk to so far.
Mm-hmm.
And this person is just exquisitely wonderful. Like I said, they're an author,
Of course.
and they have, like you said, vision issues. And we'll get more into that, when we talk to them. And then after that, who do we have?
Another person.
Yes, we do. We have more people.
They are all excellent guests.
Yes,
and
they are.
They all have something.
They all have something.
In the disability or LGBTQ realm. Like we said in the beginning, we've been really busy, lots of interviews, and this is going back to early June when we talked to them. This is recorded in mid-July. So it's hard to remember everyone and everything we talked about and the order that they're coming out. Luckily, we have a little planner that helps us keep it organized. But we will talk more about those episodes after they air, as we do on After Dark.
We have quite a few good ones coming up. Like I said, like we said, the author and another business owner and, another business owner.
Whoa.
You'll hear more about them as time goes on.
Yes.
It'll be, a thrill a minute.
And there's lots of great things coming for Othering Podcasts in general.
Yeah.
We are going to be on a couple of different podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
We were a part of the panel
Yes,
for...
we got to be on a panel with some state reps and various other amazing people to talk about the autism registry and how we can
Jr.
Defeat that.
And we were interviewed, but we were kind of talking about how it is being a parent of a child with ADHD.
And autism.
Disability Community for Democracy, Inc.
Yes,
and you can check them out on Instagram at DCDINC12. And the whole, what is that called?
Panel?
The whole video is up on YouTube.
Conference?
Yeah, it's all up on YouTube. You can watch it there. And if you want that link, either DM us or check out our threads. I posted it in there.
Yes.
Beyond that, I can't tell you. It is too long.
It is a long link, but it was awesome to be a part of that. And thank you for, setting all that up.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, we actually spoke with the CEO of that.
Yes, we did. That'll be coming out
in the future.
In like 2 months.
Yes. So, again, we have a lot of really thrilling things that we have in the works, and we're talking to a lot of amazing people. We've talked to, so far, quite a lot of amazing people, and we're just going, cooking.
I feel like there's big things coming for all.
Mm-hmm.
So please, please, please stay with us.
Yes, and keep advocating.
Yes, do that.
Yes, do that. Wow.